Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dashi series. And I'm here with an awesome group of people. They barely got in, but the point is they got in, and that's the most important thing, because there's a lot of teams that didn't get in, man. And this team, that's right, it's a whole team. I got a whole team with me today. This team today is awesome. They're your friends, they're my friends, they're everybody's friends. Let's bring in the boys from UNSC. The boys are back in town.
Hey, how's it going, Dre?
I don't think I can afford that copyright music. We got CT in the building. We got what up? Your favorite follow cam user, and we also got Bible Crusader in the place to be. What's up, guys?
How
What's going on, man? Thanks for having us here.
Good.
It feels real good having you guys here. Like I said in the little intro that I gave you guys, you guys got in on wild card. What was that like?
Definitely a little nerve-wracking. I mean, we're going up against tough teams, trying to get that MMR up to at least make the top 8 for that wild card. So it was tough teams to fight along the way. So
Yeah.
Well, would it not been that? Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just chiming in with he said. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, well, you guys, even if you guys would have lost that match, you guys would have had a second chance. But going up against Bias would have been a tough match, because those guys are tearing it up.
Ooh,
What do you think
yeah.
that would have been?
Yeah.
What do you think the outcome of that would have been?
well, we faced Bias the last cycle before the wild card. So they won on Launchpad pretty handily, and then we took them to Quarry, beat them on that. I went to Control Point. So who knows what would have happened if we would have faced them, a week and a half later.
It
Man,
literally would have been anybody's game.
So, they're a great team. Good players on that team. Nice guys too. So would have been fun, but I'm hoping to save that rematch for finals versus them.
Hey man, because HHI
Oh, yeah.
had a tough match. That wasn't even their top team. That was like, I think the top 2 players were out.
Yeah, it's scheduling. I mean, we had Wednesday to schedule everything for that weekend, and coordinating between not just one team or 2 teams. We had a plan for 3 teams.
That's right.
And everything, like Saturdays were just out of the question. I think all the matches were Sunday, weren't they? Yeah, it was just- Like it was bad. We had people, like, even during our match, headset crashed during our first map, and it was just no backup players, so it was very nerve-wracking.
Yo, I could imagine, man. That's crazy that now that you bring it up, because I didn't even think about that. Trying to coordinate for so many matches, so many teams is crazy. Yeah, our Sunday was blown, bro. We were all just holding hands together, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, because if we would have lost that, we would have had to go against Bias or Phoenix,
Yeah.
and then Bias beat Phoenix. But that's a whole other match you have to go, and it's tough. Tough to do it with limited people.
Yeah.
So I think HHI, one of their players didn't make it. I think Dark Ghost didn't make it for their match versus Bias, and Dark Ghost is a beast.
Yes.
So it's unfortunate. But I mean, HHI have been around since the beginning. So it's always tough with their the sporadic of players. They have European, Australian, and New Zealand, I believe. So their
Wow.
time zones are all just. I don't know how they schedule stuff.
Imagine if the whole
It's
world was
chaotic.
on one time, like you could say 2, and it was like 2 a.m. in the morning for me, but 2 p.m. in the night for you. But we all know what 2 is.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
It'd be
neat.
a lot easier.
Crazy if we have a world time.
Yeah, no. Luckily, the wild card worked out. Luckily, we beat HHI. It was a close game. They got Waterway, which is their strongest map and their best map. They've make a killing on that map too. So to go to a freaking sudden death, it was very unexpected.
Man, and they clawed it. They clawed their way in.
Yeah, they took that first map, and then it was just a fight. It was a fight the whole way. I mean, even Control Point, I think we were only up at like 40 or 45 points. So, it could have went either way. Very good team.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think would have happened if D was got into the playoffs? If they would have just got in there and the whole numbers would have been.
Oh, everybody would be doomed.
So if D would have got in, I think they were the seed below us. They would have been fighting for that ninth
Exactly.
and 10th. So I mean, yeah, whoever they would have faced would have got destroyed. I mean, let's face it, it's D. They're undoubtedly the strongest team in the league. You know, they had the firepower to back up any strategy you throw at them. So
It's
it would have been
crazy.
tough. Yeah, it would have definitely made the playoffs a lot more chaotic, especially if they would have went up against the number 1 seed, like Bias is going against Team Name now. So
Yeah, that's why I feel bad about them, because it's like little brother is about to get smacked down by, you know, older brother, and they're like, it's gonna be crazy. It's like, because Team Name is, I mean, it's got to win that match, right?
Hey, Bias is cracked. I mean, who knows what kind of stuff they can pull out. But Team
Are
Name
you giving
definitely.
me this? Don't give me that. Come on, for us.
I mean, come on, Team Name is a really good team, and then they obviously have helped. You know, Percent's helped a lot of teams get up and you know, up to par fast. So, I mean, maybe they shared too much with Bias, and who knows, Bias might know their inner workings or something and can pull a trick on them. So I'd be excited to see that. I'd be really excited to see that.
Damn, I wonder what the odds are. I might put like 100 on Team Name and 20 on Bias. See what happens.
Yeah, I think I'd vote that too.
Hey,
still.
you guys are going to get up against Arc. What do you guys think are your chances coming out of that? I mean, you gotta say good, but for us, you know, nobody's watching. Man to man, what's up? What are your chances?
Honestly, I was actually talking about this style earlier. You know, we faced them in cycle 1. They're the first match of season 3. So this is like kind of you know, it's a face-off. It's trying to see how far we've come since we basically have a whole new roster of players on the team. I mean, Arc's been around forever since the start, even with you know, season 0 with their clan name or with their clan.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. I think we do have a good chance. I think it's gonna be a good fight.
They were 40V. Remember that?
Yeah.
40V.
Yeah, 40V.
Oh God, that brought back memories.
And then 4R2, 4D2, whatever the hell. I forgot all those ones. Invader, my favorite one.
But yeah, we got our matches set too. So we're playing Launchpad and Waterway. So that'll be pretty good. I think it's gonna be. I think it should be a good match.
I mean, if you catch Arc on an off day, that you could beat them. It's been proven already. You know, it's.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of teams that, like, new teams have taken them on, you know, farther into the season. So, yeah, I think it can go either way. You know, I think we do have a good chance. I mean, Arc is, you know, they've been a number 2 or 3 team in the standings for the last couple seasons here. So, it's going to be tough. But, you know, I think we're going to be able to pull something out.
The problem is like, they're super strategic, just like D. You know what I mean? Like, they got their strategies, and they got their ways, and they got their... You know, they're pretty. I can't think of the word.
Meticulous.
Meticulous, but military with it. Like, they're like precise, and it's like.
Oh, they're a very disciplined team.
Yeah.
Like, all the guys know the playbook,
Militant.
backwards, forward, sideways. Yeah.
Militant. They're very militant with it.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I live in California. It explains a lot. But yeah,
no, and I agree. They're solid. They're a very solid team structured wise. But UNSC, we're not any slouches. You know, we all put in the work too. So I'm excited. I think this should be a really good match.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get too many strategies, because they're gonna definitely watch this video 20 times, 30 times, and read between the lines every single period and where you put the.
Oh yeah.
Man,
both teams are definitely going to give their all, and it's going to be a very interesting fight.
Yeah,
I'm excited, man. I'm excited because anything goes. Let's look at the other match. Speaking of the team that beat Arc, let's look at Onyx versus Dub. What do you think that's gonna go?
Oh, that's another good match. Onyx is cracked. I mean, they've shown that. Classic Scout going back to the OG Onyx name to bring that back for the season. He's a very smart dude. And the team is just so in sync. It seems like just out of the gate. You know, with Zed and K9 and, you know, the rest of the guys. So I think I'd root for Onyx in that match. I think they're going to pull something out over the. But I mean, we faced as well, and that was another control point. Went 2 maps, we each won, and I think we lost by 3 seconds on control point.
It was 3 seconds.
Yeah,
I remember that exactly.
That was one of the best episodes ever matches ever, man. It was that you guys versus the.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be another good match, but I think I'd lean towards Onyx in that.
Really? Somebody sounds bitter.
What? Nah. See, I love that. Quad's my man.
Sure.
I mean, he's Quad's OG UNSC.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean-
I'm talking about you're mad at Onyx because of that control point.
No. There was the went to control point with.
Oh, that's right.
We went
Yeah.
to control point.
Yeah. Onyx, we actually haven't played. No, we haven't played them this season yet.
Really?
There's a
We
few
haven't?
few Dasher teams we haven't played. We haven't played them. I guess it's probably HHI all season until the wild card. Trying to think what other ones.
Huh.
Loop. I don't know if they're Dashers. I don't know. It's all weird. MMR's weird, so I don't know who falls
Right.
where.
So what do you guys? Let's discuss that. What do you guys think about MMR? What are we gonna do with it? What's gonna happen? Are we gonna take it in the back and like put it out of his misery or what?
Here's my idea with MMR. All right. This will seal away everybody's concerns about it, and nobody will be arguing. You win, plus 1 point. You lose, you stay where you are. Boom, done and done. Everybody's happy. Highest point wins.
Oh yeah.
That was satire.
I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know what that means. But I think it should just be matches won and lost. Like what's so hard about that? Well, why can't you do those? You explain to me.
So I think so. MMR, in my opinion, is with the amount of teams that we have, and I think we only have we have 300 and some odd players, but comparative to any other competitive league that are in the thousands to tens of thousands of players, that's worldwide. MMR, we have too small of a pool for MMR to efficiently calculate. Someone is this level because they're really good, or someone's just below them. And if you put, two Dasher tiers, one's at the bottom, one's at the top one's most likely going to win. I mean, there's usually some kind of skill difference level-wise that you can't calculate in MMR effectively with the small numbers we got.
Yeah. So MMR is a very tricky subject to talk about. I've recently noticed.
Oh yeah.
But there's some magic formula somewhere that will get it, but I'm not entirely sure anybody knows what it is yet. It needs some work, but what they've got going on now is good. I mean, it works. But not everybody likes it. So I'm not. Somewhere out there's some magic formula, but I'm pretty sure we're getting close to that. Yeah. We're getting pretty close to it.
being good.
But, well, I don't know. It's a tricky subject.
It is.
Sure.
I think the new team that's tackling it, a bunch of smart guys, should be able to hopefully work some out for season 4. Hopefully it's a little more balanced, and we see what kind of magic they can do behind the windows for MMR. So
I think they need to do something like just get rid of it, and then we could just.
That's the thing. It changed everything because you're farming for points. You're trying to get points, as many points as you can, over trying to beat the opponent. I mean, that's kind of the sad reality. I think we start to see halfway through the season is doesn't matter how fast you win or how much you destroy someone. If you're not getting MMR, it doesn't matter that you won.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. If a team wins, they get like a point, right? 1 point.
Yeah.
And if they lose, they stay where they are. And over time, people get more and more and more points, and the highest point wins. It's just like that. So if you want to get up there in the ranks, you got to take on more people.
Exactly.
And let's say the higher in level your opponent is, you'll get like another percentage of a point or something like that.
Oh, that's where
something weird like that.
But that's cool too.
But something like that.
That's cool too. I know
super simple. Everybody knows it.
And I think that the problem is that it's the Coke recipe, and only 2 people know about it, and I'm definitely not one.
Yeah.
And if I seen it, I probably don't remember what it looked like. But
I've seen it, and the previous one, and it was chaos.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, it had math.
It's like looking at the back of a website. You know how you press that button and everything turns into numbers, and
F12.
You're like, whoa, no.
You push F12.
I broke the internet. Can you fix this pretty fast for me, man? But that's what it looked like. But yeah, anyways. MMR, I'm not mad at you. I just don't like you. That's all I'm saying. But it don't affect me. I don't even care what you guys do. I'm just over here talking smack from the sideline, like, hey, you're up, like that guy.
You're the guy who sits behind the fence at a ball game and
Exactly.
yells at people.
And
But
to
then
like-
the second somebody gets up in your face, you run.
Yeah, well, we're not running, but like, hey, why you up in my face? I mean, we're just arguing. Why can't
Yeah,
we just
there you
talk
go.
about this? I'm not a fast
As they're
runner.
walking away, you're talking smack at them.
I can't really run. So I gotta negotiate. Like, why we gonna do this? Let's hug. I don't want to fight you. Let's hug. Yeah. All right. Well, that's playoff talk. Hopefully, you guys continue on to the next thing. Make it to the next round. I'm rooting for you guys. You know, I always do. Unless you guys, everybody's rooting for you. I'm usually the first one to pick your team. Because you guys,
thank you, Dre.
you guys are old school. You guys go way back. Like UNSC's been around since season 0. I remember that. You guys
We
got the
were
crown
like-
first.
Oh yeah,
first.
we were like first and never. Well, what's the saying? How does the saying go? Or is there even a saying? Or
First
I'm
and
just
never
probably
again.
blanking.
I don't want to hear that.
No, I don't know what the saying is.
Hey,
I forgot.
season
It was
3 is our
like
time.
first to the crown. Something I don't know.
First to the crowd.
Insert player, Ready Player One quote.
Possibly? Question
First to
mark?
the key, first to the.
There it is.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Oh.
I think I'm like mixing together like 12 different quotes from 12
like,
different
look,
genres of movies
if
into some
Lord-
like giant
If
baby.
Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Ready Player One has taught me anything.
Yeah. So
Is that-
it'll be good. I think I'm excited to see how this playoff plays out. Very solid eight teams going into it. A lot of great teams this season. I mean, there's too many to fit into a 8-match playoff structure apparently. But which is kind of weird. We have a lot more teams this season than we did last season, and yet last season we had a 14-player play-in tournament for playoffs. So, I mean, I just thought it was weird.
You think we should have another one?
Well, I mean, we had more. Like I said, we have like 13 more teams than we did last season. Basically, a 14-team play-in that didn't make playoffs is the whole league. So we have like 33 teams. Might as well do a 14, thing for the wild. Instead of the wild card, would have been the play-in tournament like they did last season. But,
I think we're just strapped for time and everything. I think it's just the,
Oh,
the time
yeah.
frame.
yeah.
'cause before we
yeah.
had-
I mean, yeah, I hear ya.
And resources are thinning out. We're losing people like flies.
That's just end of the season burnout. I mean, they've put so much work into it throughout the season. Towards the end of it, it's just
Yeah.
I see what
Rough.
you're saying.
You just want to sit down.
But I'm the opposite. Towards the end of the season is when I get hyped up. This is the time where I'm ready to go. Let's do this. Let's have 6 hours of matches
Yeah,
and stuff.
but you're not the one. You're not the one behind the headset, Dre.
Oh no, I'm the one over here. I'm the behind the keyboard, baby, working the
he's running
cameras.
show. Yeah,
The king of
The magic-
cameras.
magic happened, man.
But yeah, I can see how that could get you. But One Up is the one trying to make you play more matches. He's trying to get you in a play-in tournament. You guys got it easy. You guys play one match.
Wait a minute.
He's trying to get you
yeah,
into a whole
upgrade. You've
tournament.
been trying to convince
Yeah,
me to
come
come
on,
back
come
to
on,
UNSC
bro.
for like months.
Why you mad at me? I just thought about it right now. I was like, wait a minute. I'm not the one giving you more.
Come on. More matches is great. But I mean, there's so many teams that miss playoffs, and it's just MMR. I mean, it sucks. I mean, you have Apex, they're a beast of a team, and the way RNG played with matchups and MMR, they were kind of cut short out of that. So it's unfortunate. There's a lot of teams like that.
I just
Was
like how
my initial thing on that 14-player play-in. So
some of the people arguing so hard about the D getting in were the same people who got in over forfeits, and I was just like, wait a minute. Weren't you guys the
Yeah.
ones that got into it for forfeit? Yeah, we don't want to see that happen again. I was like, all right.
yeah.
We are. It's like an alcoholic that stops drinking, so now he gets mad at you when he sees you drinking. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I could drink one. I'm not drinking a whole gallon.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, I've noticed, I'll only bring the MMR back up again, it's just certain teams favored playing, I won't get into that, never mind. I'll save it for another time, another series.
Say it.
Well, I mean, you see a lot of teams, if you're going in a payload, what kind of map do you choose, blue or red? Which do you like? Usually it's going to be red. It gives you, have a chance to stop the team, and you only have to make it so far. But then that cuts the map short. So, I mean, what's the kind of pattern we've been seeing is teams starting blue because they probably know they can push through and make the, instead of a 10-minute match, it's now a 16-minute match.
Oh, and you can farm MMR.
They can farm
I just a thought that I just had the other day. I was like, that's weird. That's very weird.
I like that.
Everything is rigged. D always wins. The world is ending. Bye, y'all.
Well, that's the problem. If it was just based, if it was just based off of skills and like beating matches, I mean, D would win. Like that's the thing. But this whole MMR thing is weird.
They went undefeated.
Yeah.
I mean, granted they missed four maps, but what other? I think the weird thing is, and people have a lot of problems with it, is yes, D missed 4 maps, and there was a whole thing with the 2 maps from Apex getting not casted, whatever. But at the end of the day, there wouldn't have been talks of getting them into playoffs, if they corrected the MMR, the gain, whatever boost they got, if they didn't win every single map that they played in a dasher tiered structured. Like, they weren't playing Walker tiers, they weren't playing Spinner tiers. They've won every match in Dasher tier.
Yeah.
So,
I could have said it better myself. That's my only like. And for me, like I play Mortal Kombat, so to get to the top, you have to beat everybody up the top, So that's my beef. But it's not. Hey, it's over.
It's over.
I put my argument out there. I lost my little argument. My little D video didn't persuade the judges. So hey, I tried. I tried.
I mean, what's done is done.
What's done is done.
So
and I'm just glad that we're still pushing ahead. Everybody's excited about playoffs. I'm excited about playoffs. I'm hoping to give everybody a good show. I'm hoping you guys give a good show. It's gonna be legit awesome, man. It's gonna be dope. It sucks all the drama that we've had over this whole season. Let me ask you guys this. You think it's because of the prize money? Because why are people so serious?
Oh yeah. If there was no prize money, MMR farming wouldn't be a thing. It would just be a game. But now that there's prize money and Hyperdash has been sponsoring the league, now things get competitive. They're political, dare I say. But I mean, some things are just. I mean. In my own personal opinion, the prize pool, period, is a mistake. It should not be implemented.
Yeah. Maybe do
because then everybody gets too aggressive, too chaotic. And it's just a game. I play this to have fun. That's why I stopped playing. Because it was so chaotic. And I just want to play a game that I used to like. But, I don't know.
No, you do know, CT. You do know. Go ahead. Were we saying one up? Sorry.
No, I was going to go back to the drama and everything going on this season. It's just been more tiring than playing in the matches. It's kept me going through work though, because I don't do any work. I just sit at my watch the chat just blow up. Like, all right, yeah, this is what I'm doing all day today now.
Yeah, there's been times where I'm at work and I try not to say too much. Well, I can't say too much. That's the problem. So I'm just reading all of this. I feel like I'm the guy in the corner just watching, like, ooh, hey.
There you go. Yeah.
Sorry, Bible. Sorry. But yeah, every now and then I chime in because somebody says something that makes me mad. It's usually Odd too that makes me mad. And then in the end, I'm like, fuck, he was right.
Odd makes everybody mad.
Yeah. He has a gift. Yeah, I love the guy. If I ever meet Odd in real life, I hope he allows me to give him a hug, man. I just want to give him a big fat hug.
Yeah, you can only hug him for 2 seconds, otherwise he'll pummel you into the ground.
He probably could beat my butt. He probably could, man. I am not threatening. I will hurt your feelings. That's about it.
I will hurt your feelings.
That's about it. That's all I got.
So whoever you ask, some might say that's the worst kind of damage.
Hey, that's all I got. That's my self-defense. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just excited to see everything go down, and I'm glad we were able to. Like, it would have been cool maybe to take the money and done other things with it, like giving like each tier some sort of gifts or buy some sort of like trophies. Or the problem is it's very expensive, and I mean, why do we have to blow so much on one season? Why couldn't we roll over to the next? But I understand what they were trying to do. Maybe, in my opinion, I think they were trying to. They thought. This is just my opinion. I don't even know. I'm talking out of my ass, but I thought maybe they thought if they put out that money, it would attract even like a huge amount of attention, and it would have brought in all these people. But I think the way we were going, if we keep going with it, it would have been a healthier way of growing. And I don't know. What do I know about business? Because I suck at money.
Yeah, I mean, Hyperdash in general is just not. It has. It's tough. I don't think it's been advertised correctly, or as much as it probably could have. Which, I mean, there's probably various reasons why it hasn't. Advertisement's not cheap, but I think that's one of the things that, along with the league. I mean, it's a game at the end of the day. COVID's a thing, so it affects a lot of like in-house tournaments and stuff where a lot of the money from VR was happening. I was talking with Boonanners when we were shooting something, and he's a very insightful guy, and he's just telling me when Oculus and Facebook was flying out all these teams to compete, across the world and all this other stuff, and I'm like, when was this? He was like, a few years ago. I'm like, what? Yeah, like. So I think that plays into the effect that the growth of the league and Hyperdash in general, which is unfortunate, but
yeah, and I wonder why doesn't it get more? Because it's legit the best game. Everybody I speak to, I've had I don't know how many episodes. They always say it's like the only game I play, like legit.
Yeah, I mean everyone I work with a lot of older guys, but some of the younger guys, I'm like, hey, you get into VR, and they're like, oh yeah, what games do you recommend? I'm like, Hyperdash. They're like, oh well, I heard about this game. Like, no, Hyperdash. Like, I have that game too, but I haven't even installed it. I just bought it, and I'm playing Hyperdash. That's it.
Shadow Point's good.
You get real close to him and be like, look, Tom, stop effing around and get the Hyperdash. I don't want you to. I'm gonna make this an issue for HR. You're gonna get.
What sucks? What sucks is one of my favorite games that I want to recommend is Echo.
Okay.
But the community is not fun. And the community is just constantly toxic, and I'm worried that's what Dash League's coming to.
Nah, I've been on other servers, other games. I forgot which one I joined recently, where I was like, "Oh no, I'm out of here." They're way more toxic and way worse. But Hyperdash.
The Echo's a cool game, but it's just not fun to play.
Yeah, every time that I would hop into the lobby, there was some, like, okay, at the beginning, when I first was playing, it was alright. I'd hop into a lobby, found somebody who was able to give me direction. It was a community member and was around for a long time and was able to show me the ropes. And that was when it became, like, launched on the Quest. After, I don't know, not even a week's time, there was just so many kids on there and young adults and teenage, and that were just absolutely rude. They always would, like you can in Echo, come up on you and that kind of thing. And it just got to where I couldn't even hop in a lobby. Like I would refresh lobby, and couldn't go in. And there's, but with Hyperdash, like there's hardly a lobby that I can find where where it's, they're all friendly, they'll ask questions, there'll be other people who will answer those questions, and I try to do the same since I've been around since at least Alpha 2, being able to share knowledge and that kind of stuff, and you'll find a lot of the people are able to do that with the new players. And there's been some other games where there's been some like stuff that's like, oh please, don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Hyperdash hardly have to do that at all. Like the community is so great right now,
Yeah. See, the Hyperdash community is really nice.
Oh yeah.
I'm just worrying about Dash League.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, with that being said, I heard there might be a few other leagues popping up. You gonna check those out?
What, for Hyperdash?
For Hyperdash, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, you got the Team Deathmatch League. That's what you're talking about, right? That's one of them. And then
there's gonna be other leagues.
Other leagues. What?
Other leagues.
I wonder where those are coming from.
Other leagues.
No, I mean, so my opinion is it does suck that there might be teams that split and go to another league. But depending on when it runs, I mean, you could probably be in both leagues.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on whenever it runs, and who knows, maybe you'll be on a different team to play with new players, which is always kind of cool to get that experience. So I mean, competition's good for the league in the general sense of bringing more eyes to it.
What if it's a other league and it's weird and it's only in the off season?
Other league weird, and in the off season, I mean teams that want to play a hyper dash for 365 days a year, it's great for them, I guess.
What if it's like, yo, I got things to do.
Yeah. Then you won't be doing it in the off season. It's whatever league starts now is going to be in the probably infantile stages compared to where the league is at now. But it might be a nice change of pace, though. You never know. Fresh start.
Yeah.
So
sorry, Light Bright.
Yeah, I saw him popped in here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What do you think about it, Dre?
I think this other league is gonna be fun, spontaneous, and it's gonna be an outlet for people more than competition.
I mean,
more information coming soon.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but I did hear about other leagues, like legit competition leagues that are gonna come out, and that they're gonna it's gonna be crazy. But I haven't heard too many details about it, and I don't know if it's gonna legit happen. But I have a feeling it is. And then I've heard that like some people are unhappy with the way things are going, and there might be a split. But I haven't confirmed or denied that the teams that might split or stay, so I don't know too much about that. I just heard that there's a rumor going around like that.
Yeah, I saw it in the Discord with teams talking about splitting or not coming back, yada yada yada. But I don't know. It's a game at the end, so hopefully people don't lose sight of that. If they're not happy in one place, go to the next, try it out. If you're not happy with that one, come back. I mean, I don't know. It's wherever you have the most fun, I guess.
I think competition is good and healthy, and it is what it is. Because I mean, for me,
an extent, competition is healthy to an extent.
No, man, I've always I welcome the competition. Because it not only does it keep me on my toes and keep me, keeps me nimble, and like you get stale.
Good to evolve.
You get stale. Yeah. So that
I see what you mean. Yeah.
It keeps you going. It keeps you moving ahead. Like, oh, that's dope. Oh, that's dope. Oh, let's keep going. Instead of just being like it must. I mean, well, maybe now I was gonna say it must suck to be kind of like D, where you just always win. But no, that's a lot to hold on your shoulders. You gotta fucking practice a lot and be on your game, because you don't want to lose to some up and comers or something, by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I think competition is good always. And even people rip your ideas. Like if the league is, what if it's a carbon copy of this league? What if they have nothing original?
If people enjoy that environment, I mean, sure, go for it. I mean, that's kind of the thing. Maybe it'll help change up the current state of things in the league if that's the issue people are having. But
that'd be cool. It's sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, CT.
It's a stalemate of silence.
No, go ahead, CT.
Go ahead. I'm done.
Okay, one up. Go ahead.
No, I mean, like I said, it's going to be good having different options. If it's in the off season, and it won't affect the league immediately unless that changes and grows more.
But I was thinking, if it would have to be something different. They couldn't just be like, "Yo, this is this," and it's a different, same place but under new management.
Yeah.
No, it has to be something different. I just thought about it. I was like, nah, that's boring. You wouldn't want to see just two leagues, East Coast, West Coast, just because you need some. Nah, man. Come up with something original. Whoever the new league is, I want to see something different.
That'll be like Raw versus SmackDown. That's the kind of stuff we're gonna maybe see.
Exactly.
Right?
I want to see WCW versus WWF. That kind of war going on. D-Generation X versus NWO. That was some crazy-ish.
Yeah,
I'm old.
see that.
By the way, everybody, I am old. I am washed for sure.
See the top 4 teams from each league face off for like a World Cup or something like that.
There you go.
I like that.
I don't know. We'll see what it holds. We'll see what happens. Just want to get through this season first.
Well, that's kind of why the board the board and I were like, yo, we gotta just try to get something for the tiers. Like instead of just the top team getting everything, we wanted to come up with something special for each tier. That way, even though you didn't make it to the top of Dasher, at least you were the top of Sprinter. I just felt like something like they should have got something special and unique. And shout outs to the board for coming through with those medals. Those things were awesome. It took a lot of work to get those.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I do have my opinion on the tiers getting, like the top tiers getting stuff, because if you think about it, the bottom of Dasher is still higher than the top of Sprinter, even though the bottom of Dasher didn't get to the top of Dasher to get anything. I don't know. But I think it is good that the other tiers are being recognized.
But you're not the top of a tier. That's the thing. I knew people were going to argue this, and this is my argument back. Are you the top of a tier? Nope. Then you didn't get a medal. Sorry.
But you're above the tier. You're
it
technically
doesn't matter.
Are
you top of the tier? Nope. Then you didn't get a medal. And this is
no, Trey. I'm not top of the tier.
This is the
I'm higher than that tier.
It doesn't matter. Are you top of a tier? You could be the baby tier. If you're the top of the baby tier, we're giving you a medal. But and then that's another reason why we waited to announce it, because we don't want nobody gaming the system and be like, yo, let's just drop down the tier.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's really cool. I'm glad that more than just the top 3 or whatever are getting prizes. So it's really cool.
Yeah. Come on, it's more of a like thank you for doing this and
no, exactly. Putting in work. I mean, it makes more effort throughout the season. So no, I agree. It's a really cool thing. Still stand by my opinion, but whatever.
No, your opinion. Hey, you can have your opinion. That's fine. I don't mind. I disagree with it, but
yeah, no.
You're allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
of course. But I'm excited to see how this goes. I keep saying that because I'm wondering who's gonna be in finals. I mean, I could assume his team name, but anything could happen because they have their off days. Always been working hard. Always been working super hard.
So what do we have? We have team name versus bias.
Yep.
Then we have the versus Onyx.
Yep.
UNSC versus Arc.
And then
O versus Dark.
That rhymes. What do you know?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Excited to see how it plays out.
It'll be
very
excited.
excited.
You think O's had a cakewalk this season?
I mean, I love O. I mean, they were my team for season 2. I love Gatsby. I love Lat. I love Little Bit, Laggy. I love all the guys there. Boy Roy, Worthen. I love them all. Has RNG been favorable to them? Yes. But then you also look at the other side, that the other teams don't have to face them or haven't had to face them to lose out on MMR. So it can kind of go both ways. But I'd rather have that cake than the cake we got.
Yeah, for real. I'd rather have that cake all day. Who was the tough team they faced? They faced D, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, they faced D.
Yeah, and Arc, right?
Let me, D, Arc. They had... I mean, it's not like they were facing, like, not strong teams. There's a lot of very strong teams that made it into Dasher and was bouncing in and out of Dasher. But it's RNG. It's the luck of the draw. You can't control that.
Now, what do you think if they would have done those roles on the We Are Live, like everybody kept saying?
It wouldn't have changed anything. It's all RNG. Especially when they implemented Zed's tool to make it for the rematches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all above board. I don't think that anything fishy happened in that regard. Like I said, RNG favored them a lot. I was just
mad people were trying to put me to work. Like, yo, I don't want to produce this.
Yeah, you got to stay there. You got to be there for all the lineups, all the draws, the whole,
That sounds boring. I don't want to produce that. Yeah. That's like when the lottery used to have their show on TV. It's like, why? Why are we watching a half hour of lottery?
It's like watching bingo.
Exactly.
Watching bingo.
I just pulled up O's thing. I mean, they faced D, they faced Bias, they faced Bruh, very tough team, Apex, Arc. That's probably some of their tougher teams, but it is what it is.
I mean, I can see them definitely making it in the finals too, dude. I could definitely see it's I think
I think they can. They have a very strong chance. Dark's a very good team. I mean, we faced Dark in like cycle 2 or 3. We beat Dark 2-0 in both the maps, but they're a very strong team. Could have went either way for a few of the maps. But we're at the end of the season here. Like, teams have been busting their asses off trying to get to this point, working hard, playing, scrimming, looking at plays, looking at the old videos, going through that. So I expect Dark to put up a fight against O. But O is OG. They're strong for a reason. So I'd have to lean, in my biased opinion, to O. It's going to take that map and go to semifinals.
All right. Enough of that playoff talk. Let me ask you a little bit about Hyper Dash, and then let me ask you about some not Hyper Dash stuff, and then let's get the heck out of here. How about that?
There you go.
So what do you guys think about Crater, man? What do you guys digging Crater? What's going on? I love Hyper Dash's new update. I'm digging TMD. I love that team deathmatch. It's just shooting, no objective really except to kill.
Well, there's 2 game modes.
Yeah.
Of course, there's Crater Deathmatch and there's Team Deathmatch.
Team deathmatch, yeah. But they're both on
Crater as a map.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite maps personally. It's a really good map. Especially that bottom rail. That bottom rail is super cool. Deathmatch is good, but honestly, Team Deathmatch as an idea, it's a little, I don't know what to put it. It's just weird for me. It's not something I've seen yet. I don't know. It's weird.
What about you, Bible?
So the first time I got into the map, which this is what I do with every new map, is I got on there and I was just looking around, like the art, the design, everything, absolutely beautiful. So after the game, I was sort of shooting at people and looking at everything.
You're like, yeah, you're dead.
Yep, pretty much. I had a blast. I really like CT said, the bottom rail, picking up 2 different guns, being able to reach out. I've actually wanted to do that before, just to be able to slide along the rail, pick up 2 guns, and then go at it. And then I do like the armor aspect, even though you can still pick it up and instantly die because people can, do the 2 double charge headshots and still kill you instantly.
Yeah.
But I like going and trying to pick it up if it's there and just running around with it, see how long I can stay alive. I do like the team deathmatch aspect because I know there's been a lot of people that's been wanting a team deathmatch, and I think that bigger map is well suited for it, and I have a lot of fun whenever I've been able to play it. So
I think it's a better team deathmatch map than a deathmatch map.
Yeah, sure. I'll go with that.
Again, opinions.
One thing I haven't touched on yet is the music. The new song.
Oh yeah, tell us about it.
Oh my gosh, it is awesome. It is by far my favorite song in the game.
I can see CT bumping in his car like, yo, makes me think Hyper Dash.
No, but that's what I'll do. Whenever I play literally any game, any match, that's the song I go to. I'll literally spend like 5 seconds switching through all the songs just to get to that one. And I'll have it on repeat as I'm playing. It's like really good.
I asked them if there's a way we could implement our own songs. Can I put my own? Can I get my own playlist in there? Like I want to, like, just because I like weird stuff. You guys heard some of the stuff and that's not even the weirdest stuff I play.
Yeah, one guy's sitting there listening to like classical music, another guy's like hard rock. I don't even want to know what Dre is gonna listen to.
Yeah, for real, it's either metal or hardcore rap. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go.
But what do you think about the map? One up?
The map's dope. I like it. There's a lot of nooks and crannies that you can hide in and get around. That bottom rail, like you mentioned, it's nice. It's nice to not have to walk the whole map. You can go from one side to the other half. But it also has like ledges down there that you can like hide on and do stuff. Honestly, I haven't played Team Deathmatch on the map at all.
Really?
I don't think I have. Not like a full 5-on-5.
All right, excuse us, Dre. We gotta go play a game real quick.
It's badass, man. I really like it. It's
dope.
It's fun to shoot each other and not have an objective all the time.
Yeah, and I think that's like a totally like having the team deathmatch league or whatever they're starting up for that is a really cool idea, because it does bring it back to the OG, Unreal Tournament, Halos type maps, like when
Yeah.
blue versus red. I mean that's the OG. You're just going for kills. Whoever gets 50 or 100 kills first, that team wins. So it's kind of cool. I like it. So
It's the Halo. It's the Halo mode. What were you gonna say, Bible?
Another part of the map that I like is when you go along that bottom middle, you come up and you're in the section that's closest to where the armor is, where all those yellow beams and stuff. I love that they made it possible to go up on top of those beams to hide and stuff like that. It just opens up a whole new space to be able to have and hide and shoot. And so not only you're looking down into the pit, but you also have to look up on top of the beams for enemies. They could be anywhere.
Yeah.
No, I love hiding spots. There used to be way more hiding spots, and I just felt like every time I had one, they would take it away from me. So it's good.
Yeah.
It's good to see them embracing the hiding spots again, because I felt like they wanted everything to be open.
Hashtag LedgeGate.
Remember the ledge on Payload? Remember that one that was over the cart?
Canyon.
Oh my gosh.
That was whack. That was old. Oh man, that was old. That needed to be nerfed.
Yeah, that hold is.
It was still blue then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't Canyon. It was blue.
No, yeah, it's before the
They
art.
didn't even have names. They had colors.
Colors.
I want to be able to play the old colors.
That's
I mean,
what
I
I
miss the old maps.
There should be a mode.
Those were fun.
When you make a custom room, you should be able to play it like on alpha mode.
Yeah. I mean, like seriously, those were fun.
Nice little throwback.
Especially Ball. I know it's another can of worms, but I want them to bring Ball back. That's the whole
Hashtag bring back Ball.
Yes.
BBB.
Because I met one of my favorite people, if I can do a shout out. Is Atreyu. That's where I first met Atreyu, and I want to bring that map back so that we can have just a nostalgic moment of me screaming Atreyu.
I can picture people going into the server and all they hear is Atreyu. And like, I don't think
I don't know.
Here.
I honestly don't know why they got rid of it. It was a
it had
fun
its
map.
issues.
Yes, it was very, very not finished, but the concept was really good, and I liked it.
Yeah, it could have stuck around.
I think for like an Oculus release, I mean, it just wasn't a finished map that would have got approved for them to put it in. If they polish it, which I'm sure they might polish it and bring it back, maybe make like a more of a dome map instead of the oblong to make it smaller, add more rails or dash pickup or something.
More rails definitely, because that map was large.
Rails that go like across the ceiling, so you're upside down.
Oh my goodness!
People are throwing up.
Up crit. You have just unleashed the Leviathan. That is amazing.
Are you gonna make
now,
that now?
Now
CT?
I want that.
CT's
now
got
I
that in
want
his backyard.
I want upside down rails. Oh my god! Imagine that. You're like shooting, and then all of a sudden the rail goes upside down. You travel on top of somebody and just shoot up for you, but it's like down, and that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool.
Two half domes and just sandwich them together. That way you can walk around as well as wanted.
What if it was like a sphere?
Yeah.
Think what Bible said. 2 half domes. What if it was the whole map was just a sphere and it was nothing but rails and platforms?
So like those motorcycles that ride in like those ball cages?
Yeah.
That's
You guys are nuts. You guys have people throwing up left and right. I like it. I love it. All right, let's get on to it. What we got planned for the off season? What's relaxation gonna look like for you guys?
I don't have relaxation, Dre.
None? No chill?
Nope. I'm building a campground. There's no fun in that.
You're building
There's
a campground?
no relaxing.
Like a whole ground or just your spot?
No, we're building like the property. I'm like developing a campground. Yeah. It's chaos.
Yeah, I say so. It's gonna look like fire over there, Firefest.
Yeah.
That's where the next Hyper Dash or Dash League tournament's gonna be.
For
Is
real?
that CT's campground?
Well, that's the thing. We're planning. I say planning because with the freaking committee over here, you have no idea. We're planning to open at the end of the month.
Oh.
What we're doing, we're gonna have like we're gonna do like an old. It's called glamping. You heard of glamping?
Yeah.
It's
Of course,
just
oh,
like
yeah.
primitive.
Of course,
it's
baby, I'm in
primitive
LA.
camping, but it's like fancy. Yeah, it's like the stuff you see in LA.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have like old, like Indian style teepees.
Okay.
Obviously, like power, electric, air conditioning, all that, beds, all that.
Yep.
And we're gonna have old Conestoga wagons,
Okay.
like you see like in the old Out West movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And later down the later down the road, we're gonna have tree houses. So we're gonna have
Okay.
like a treehouse village with like platforms linking to each other.
That sounds
We're gonna
dope.
have. I mean, it's gonna be cool, but we're doing it in phases, so we're not gonna have everything just out the gate. But
You want to be
it's gonna
broke?
be interesting. No, but when we do get it up, I'm gonna make a big announcement. I'm gonna have everybody come on over.
All right. And
Yeah, let me know, and I'll see if I can drive out there. That'd be awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm driving too because I ain't flying. F that.
Oh no,
It's so cheap.
Yeah, no, I'm good though.
it's,
I don't want to do
hey,
it.
it's cheap for a reason.
I don't want to deal with. I didn't like dealing with people before. I don't want to deal with people now.
It's cheap for a reason.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what they said about her, but we still love her. So
Bible, what about you?
Bible.
Hello.
Oh,
So what does the off season
Well-
look like for you?
well, whenever you get that campground done. No.
Oh, I shouldn't have mentioned it now.
No, no, I'll probably dive into some of my other games that I've been neglecting on Oculus. Like I have I got the Warplanes game that I'll probably dive into more. It's really really fun, but
I got that one, and that was the first game that I played to this point that got me kind of dizzy.
What is it? Warplanes?
Oh, yeah.
Warplane, yeah, I had to return it. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep it.
I haven't seen that one.
You could. You're good with all the flying around and flipping.
I have a very strong stomach, like VR stomach. But
yeah.
I don't know. I like flying upside down and in loops and.
I thought I was gonna love
Twist
it
and
too
turn.
because I love
I don't
roller coasters
know.
and stuff. But I don't know. I just couldn't do it. But
Huh.
you play it. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, it's all about World War One planes. It's really fun. Other than that, like I always play Beat Saber. Beat Saber is actually like the first VR game that really drew me in and made me want to get my own headset with the PlayStation VR. And I've been playing since pretty much it came out, and when it came out, and if anybody wants to face me, will take the challenge. And
He's calling people out.
He's good. I'll tell you
already
what, he's
beat
good.
You better be.
so-
You just called everybody out.
He beat Fathead in Beat Saber. He's good.
Oh, that's saying a
Damn.
lot. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, other than that, I'll just mostly stick to doing work, taking care of some of my grandparents, and hanging out with my family, that kind of thing.
That's
So-
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
sounds
not
fun.
building a campground or doing anything crazy like that, but
Let me tell you, if you're gonna build a campground, you better have patience,
Patience.
because I have literally, I mean, we've got
I have
stacks and stacks of papers and permits and
Oh my-
all sorts of crap you have to fill out. It's insane.
well, I'll just stick to working on my cars then. I've got
There
several
you
cars
go.
to do some work on, so
Oh, that's cool. What kind of car you got?
yeah. My first car was a '74 Chevy Nova,
Ooh.
and I still have it.
Wow.
The engine runs, but
Why do you say it like that? Wait a minute. How's this gonna end?
the engine runs. It needs a little work. The transmission used to work, but it dumped all its fluid, and the differential, it's got a noise in it that apparently I didn't know when I got it was a thing. So that probably needs rebuilt too.
So
Also, the interior paint job.
I thought it was going.
Go.
The engine works,
Yeah.
but the rest of the car isn't here.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was like, wait a minute. Why are you starting this conversation like the engine works? Okay.
It's like you're selling a computer. Yeah, the memory stick works, but I don't have the rest of the computer.
No, it's there. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, there you go.
Well-
that's what you're working on, or what are you working on?
So I have the transmission rebuild kit for it because it was going out before it dumped its fluid. So I just need I wanna fully restore it and make it pretty, and then be able to drive around and stuff like that.
Of course, man.
Yeah, my goal is just to at first get it driving again, and then make it pretty. It's blue. I'm gonna keep it the original color. I want to try to keep everything as original as possible.
It's good luck.
And yeah,
It sucks because supply chains right now are effed.
Oh my gosh. I literally, like, just up the street, my entire grocery store literally had to close. I mean, Publix. Publix is everywhere. They had to close Publix because they were completely empty.
Wow, that's
Like,
crazy.
not
That's
even
scary.
like a can of beans.
That's
I mean,
scary.
they're like,
I'm not familiar with that. We have Safeway. I'm familiar with Kroger because that's when I used to live. We had Kroger's and then Walmart, but our local stores are stocked and stuff like that. They're not.
Damn, CT,
empty.
do you need us to send you some food? I'll send you some groceries. I'm gonna tell Amazon to send you some stuff.
Amazon groceries.
Everyone
Jeez.
fill out the GoFundMe. We'll have a link in the description.
GoFundMe to eat.
It's no longer a mod fund. It's now a CT fund.
No, but
It sucks right now with the supply chains. Like, me, I'm a consumer. I have a studio to run and stuff, so I have things to get and things to replace, and all of my access to cheap material and cheap items is dwindling. So it sucks.
I mean,
I
look at
haven't
all
paid
those
for-
LEDs you got.
Exactly.
You don't get those LEDs out of thin air.
And I'm saying, like, I haven't really. I don't want to brag, but I am bragging. I haven't really paid full price for anything in a long time, and that's slowly going away because these sales are gone, evaporating.
Yeah.
But
The world is falling apart, Dre.
I know, but I'm just trying to have
Now
fun
it's,
and a
it's
good
time for all those prepper people who's got like massive bunkers and like decades worth of food
But
to
at
start
that point,
laughing
do
in
you want to be
everybody's
around?
face.
At that point, do you really want to be around, or are you gonna go down with two fingers in the air, like like a Quentin Tarantino movie?
Yeah, there you go.
What up? What are you gonna do in the off season?
More work.
More work?
Yeah, about less than 7 weeks and have my second kid.
Yeah, you're producing another one up.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
You're about to go.
yeah.
What up?
Pretty much mid November, have my second kid, and have almost a 2-year-old, so I'll have my hands full.
Yeah.
So
Congratulations.
thanks. Yeah, another little boy. It'll be cool. I'm not too much of the baby phase, but now my son's getting older. It's really cool to see how they actually grow, and
Yeah.
watching Dash League. I probably should be watching Dash League, maybe on mute, but
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get him to say Dash League.
Just do him a favor and keep him away from like Fortnite.
Absolutely, yeah. No, he's gonna be Hyper Dash Pro by the time he's like 8. And,
He'll be taking on all of D just by himself.
For real,
Yeah.
huh? He's gonna be like a little Tiger Woods.
But no, it's cool. It's cool. So I'll have my hands full in the off season. I try to work around making sure everything's still running for off season. Make sure we're not, we're ready for season 4. Yeah, I'll see how that goes.
So
it'll be fun.
I'm glad to hear you with confidence. UNSC will be back for season 4. Hey, real quick, you said 6 weeks?
Yeah, just about.
All right.
A little more.
Because we got MC Pew and Dre got to get in the booth and come up with our new video for finals, baby.
Oh wow.
We got to come up with something. We can't disappoint the audience. They're expecting something stupendous, spectacular from us.
We'll pull something out.
Something, like I said, we'll put something out.
Something out.
No, that's cool, man. I'm glad to hear you guys are gonna come back next season. That's awesome. Because my fear is next season, there's gonna be exodus and we might lose a lot of people. But it is what it is, and that's life. Let's just have fun. And that's the main thing I keep saying is like, if you have fun and you're having a good time, then in the end, if you lose or win, who cares?
It's only game. Why are you so mad? It's only game.
It's only game, yeah.
So, yeah. No, UNSC, yeah, definitely be back season 4. With or without me. There's a lot of great guys we picked up along the way. Because season 1, I mean, we have a totally basically different roster than we had since season 1 and 2. Season 2, UNSC was Ajax. And we lost a lot of good people. I think Firelight retired. Atari retired. Slosh retired.
Atari, that's right. He finally did it.
Timian
I wanted
retired.
to retire, but Upgrid wouldn't let me.
I wouldn't remove CT from the roster. I was like, nah, you're gonna play.
He feels obligated to show up.
But no, we picked up a lot of great guys. I mean, Bible, he's one of the guys, here with us right now. When we picked him up, he's a hell of a sniper. Really good guy, just down to earth. We picked up Frozen Galaxy was there for season 2 with Ajax. Frozen's a solid dude. I mean, he's chill, he's young, but level-headed.
Both of them were really good snipers.
Yeah, I mean, we have two.
They'll both snipe you from the top ledge on the freaking waterway all the way to the rocket ledge on Canyon.
Yeah, they're just monsters. So I'm excited for that pickup. And then we had Calver come from Acme. Another great guy, great work. He's very smart. So he's always thinking. Crusader VR, another young kid we picked up. But he's just improved since the first time he joined. So I'm really happy with that. Socratic, I mean, everyone knows Socratic. Socratic's funny dude. He's freaking level 100. He cracks me up.
Oh my god. I forgot what level he was at. 100. Okay. I'm going on a tangent here. Okay.
He's all about the Benji.
I'm mad because literally since like freaking day 4 of Hyperdash existing, I've been trying to get to level 50. I have suffered through 4 data resets.
Oh wow.
I have gone through 3 headsets.
Why do you
I have gone through the release of the game, and I have not once got to level 50.
CT, stop breaking your shit.
I just want my helmet.
Yeah, that's not...
CT, stop doing that. Stop breaking it.
Literally, if all of my levels on all of my headsets and data wipes and all that, I'd probably be well over like 150. I mean, I'm serious. but no, I haven't even gotten to level freaking 50 yet.
Oof. Big oof.
I just want my helmet. When I get my helmet, I'm leaving. That
sounds
I've joined Dashley just to get the helmet.
You saw everybody. That was it. But yeah.
A lot of great
guys. Give him his helmet.
That was my tangent. I just had to get it out.
Oh, it's all good. Like I said, Crusader's solid. I love the guy. He's young. And then we had very Smod was another pickup that we got. And Smod's he's a beast. Smod's a monster.
Ooh, yeah.
In your face. He's all over the place. And then I wish he was available more, but he's young. He's in school. He is work and all that, and we gotta can't pay them unfortunately because they gotta get education apparently.
Plus, money.
What's this money? What now done this education y'all's talking about?
I think money corrupts, and we should just do it for the fun and love of it.
Yeah. Last guy I don't want to leave out, M-Dubs. He was another pickup for this season. Fuck it. I love M-Dubs. He's such a chill dude. He's a monster out there. Cool. Everyone knows M-Dubs. Yeah. And I mean, Style. We all know Style, so we need to go over him. He's on the board.
Web Dasher.
He does the board. He does the behind the scenes website stuff. I mean, okay, good, woohoo, you do it for the league, yada yada yada. But I love Style. I love Style a lot. So a lot of respect picking me up back in season 1 to see where we're at now in season 3 with all these great guys. So I'm really happy.
I mean, Styles literally like the first person I met when I got into Hyperdash anyway. I downloaded the game and it was just Style who's like right there. So he's kind of like
he was right there.
He's got a special. He's got a special place in me.
And you? Wait a minute.
What?
No, in my heart. I'm sorry. I worded that wrong. I worded that. Style. I know you're
I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it weird.
The boy is up. Run.
I'm glad you made it weird, not me. All right,
God.
that's a perfect place to end this, man. Thank you so much to you guys for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here. Any last words? Any shout outs? Let's start with One Up, Crit. One Up. Thank you. Go ahead.
Out of the season, shout out to you, Dre, for casting all the matches you do. It's crazy. You have a crazy life schedule with working with all the time zones, so you do a hell of a lot for everything here. The board, I mean, you have Lat and Gat and Style and you, and so much work goes into the season. I know there's been a lot of hiccups.
The board has suffered. And the
board has suffered, yeah.
You're all putting in your time, your own money, and all the other stuff into the league, so whatever slack you guys get, you don't really deserve. It's like, you don't have to do it.
No.
Shout out to the UNSC. Like I said, I love the guys that we've accrued and have stayed since around. I mean, we have I forgot one person, OG Mod. Mod's a really solid, great dude. So I'm happy that we have a lot of OG players with a lot of new players on UNSC, and that we actually can represent UNSC pretty proudly this season. So that's all I got.
Hey, I mean, is there any more? Definitely shout out to Ma. He always joins us in the booth whenever, especially when UNSC's play. He's always like, what are they talking shit about? Let me get in there and beat some ass. CT, any last words, any shout outs for you?
Well, first off, I'm a double upgrade here with the board. The board has suffered a lot this season and many past seasons, and they keep going at it. I mean, sadly, we've lost Parsnip, but I mean, he had to go, but
he's not dead. He just left. He's not dead.
No,
just for everybody's
he's not dead. Disclaimer: he's not dead.
Yeah, he made that sound like he was dying. Jesus.
Rest in peace, angry Parsnip. Forever you live in our hearts. No, but the board has gotten a lot of smack, and honestly, they don't deserve that. I mean, they're doing this just because they can, just for fun. I mean, they're moderating things, but I don't know. They need a lot more credit than they get, but other than the board, obviously UNSC, like we said, everybody here's pretty good people. It's gonna be interesting. The next few matches we're gonna go up. Who knows? We may get into finals, we may not. It's gonna be a very interesting next few games. So may the best team win.
Oh, the best team's gonna win. Well, hopefully. I hope that it's not a fluke and some whack ass team wins.
I'm talking about me. I'm talking about UNSC. But yeah, you guys can cut that.
Bible. No, of course. No, I get it. Bible. Any last words? Any shout outs from you, my man?
Well, I just want to say a fun fact. I'm pretty sure I'm the first person to get golden snipers. As you know, the game launched on Thursday. I spent Friday and Saturday and got them on Saturday afternoon. So if anybody can beat that, or if Sal can go, behind the scenes and find out what time and date I got them and verify it, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I'm the first one to get golden snipers, if not the first golden weapon. Not sure on that one though.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
There you go.
Jesus.
I'm not a sniper for no reason.
Dumping on everybody like, yo, who wants this? With a smile too, like, man.
Now before we do go. Oh, I'm sorry, Bible still. You done? Go ahead, Bible. I'm sorry.
I saw some shout outs, but I'm shouting out again to Atreyu and Ball and all the creators of Ball that they would bring it back. But also all of the members of the community that I've met throughout Hyperdash that I've been here. There's a lot of people that I have Christian Discord that I have there, Satan Slayer. There's my brain's blanking for some reason, but there's a lot of people in there that I've had been friends with for a long time. All of UNSC, everybody that's on the board that's worked so hard throughout the season, and just throughout Hyperdash in general, just being able to put forth their best efforts that they can, and appreciate that. And then Dre, being able to run into you during pubs and be able to, battle out and work together, and just all the stream that you do and all the stuff that you've done for Hyperdash. Also Fathead, even though He has a mouth on him. He does try to, be respectful around me, and I appreciate that greatly. And everybody else who knows me that has also been courteous as well for that. And yeah, that's about all I can think of.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And I like how you gave Fathead the problem with the mouth. And he didn't give it to me. Like, Dre, I can't save you, but Fathead. What up?
No,
Go ahead, Bible.
Fathead's a great guy.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
good.
Shout out to him. Subscribe to his Twitch channel, The Fathead, the Real Fathead, THEE Real Fathead on Twitch. Check
Join
him out.
him, play games with him. It's a lot of fun.
What were you gonna say, CT?
Oh, I was just gonna say before we head out, I'm now promoting this. I've got a word of the day now. I have a 1989 version of the Webster's Encyclopedic Unabridged Dictionary, and I'm just gonna flip to a random page. The word of the day is... random page, hold on. This backfire. Crap! Come on, pages are sticky. There we go. Early.
It's never good when pages
early. It's early.
It's never good when pages are sticky.
I don't know. No, it's freaking old. It's like a freaking old book.
That's what. Yeah. All right. I don't know what CT's into.
All right, there you go.
So the word's early.
Yeah, somehow, apparently.
Okay.
Early.
That was
nice.
That was great.
Completely random word.
Thank you,
This
CT.
book is like 5 inches. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Back.
I don't even want to know where you found
Fired.
that. So let's just leave it at that. Thank
Sticky
you.
Forget, like,
encyclopedia.
I found it. I found the
Hey,
thing in a
Brad.
dumpster. It weighs like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think it's 40 pounds because of the paper. What up? Thank you. What up? Thank you, CT. Thank you, Bible Crusader. Appreciate everybody liking, subscribing, commenting on the channel. We still got coming out with Dasher series in the off season. Hopefully, we get some more other content. Still want to create that Dash Detective show. Hopefully, get that off the ground. And we got some other things ready for you guys. Just check it out. Subscribe. Stay with us. Tell your moms, tell your pops, and we're trying to bring in the grandmas now. We got the moms, we got the pops. Now bring in your grandma. Tell your grandma about us. Let's just get those subs up. Let's get those likes up. Shout outs to the board. Shout outs to our sponsors. Ascend VR. Ascend VR, EquipVR.io. I did them all backwards. Triangle Factory, Val, and damn, I fucked up the whole list.
The other
Fire
one.
Horse Creation and Hele Arthur Mods. There we go. Shout outs to everybody who donated, and shout outs to HH, and shout outs to my staff. Without you, I couldn't do this show. So thank you to everybody who helps me produce these shows and get the content out and get the people noticing. Thank you, guys. Hey, good luck in playoffs, and let's see what happens, man. And if anything, we'll do a show where we laugh at everything when you guys are champions, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Any last words?
No, I think we're good.
All right.
UNSC, let's go.
Yeehaw!
Peace.
yeah.
Yeehaw!
Dash League. UNSC.